them, but not really doing too much. They've got that elevated plant, and you know what, Ryan? They've been in a pretty good spot. FRZ again, he's going to find that initial pick. Now, Crazy Raccoon, as we saw mentioned, this is a bit of a bonus round they're facing off against, and GTN is trying to find something back here. The peek through, it's a little risky, but Fisker gets away with it, giving them a chance to try and fight back into this round. Realistically, with that afterplant still in play, they need somebody to find a kill. They've gone for the wall up. They've tried to start the defusal. It hasn't worked out at all, and they're slowly being picked apart, leaving it down to still a horrible situation left for Ade, and he just has to try and fade away here. No time left. It's a big round for Vikings. As I said, that was only a half investment, Ryan.
And it was the fact that Crazy Raccoon as well playing so purely retake. They're not going into a position where they're going to try and face aggressively on A like you
and not allow Crazy Raccoon to actually set up for the retakes that they want.
Was that hubris though that caused issues for them in Reykjavik? I don't really think so. I mean, they lost to Sentinels and Team Liquid at that point. It's just, we haven't really seen them in this position only when they beat X10. And that was months ago. It's been 102 days since we've seen Vikings. Never mind going all the way back to Reykjavik way back then. Like, this is a concern for Crazy Raccoon because we saw them beat her
for them, but it doesn't seem to matter. Still, both double entries come through, but the wall is broken. They're actually going to be able to get the res off, sort of. Did he actually get him up? No, he didn't. So he's died, and his teammate's probably going to die as well. The time may be ticking, but the afterplant likely to come through, and GTN just hitting absolutely everything. It's left onto Ade once again, Ryan. 1 versus 3, and he's not going to find anything on the cross. A decent rotation, a decent idea. Sassy's going to make his move to the site. He's actually already tagged down. So a shot from this Marshall could be enough to win the round for Bazzi, but he has to try and find him almost instantly. The timing, he whiffs twice, but finally gets it through. Oh, I've just had a mini heart attack, Ryan. That should have been easier than that.
I think we're going to be seeing a little bit of that this series. It was an awkward moment. I'm sure Jonas has various versions of how to clear this, that Sassy might actually catch
he'll
him
see
out
their
with.
feet, right? Because he's put it high enough. I think he should have done, unless he hasn't put it on the top right boxes. But that would, they've gone over him. I feel like he should have been able to see. Yeah, he was looking down, so I feel like he should have been able to see them. Instead, they've bypassed his Viper's Pit, and he's slowly being surrounded. This has gone completely wrong from Ade. I feel like he put it in the right spot. He's now almost stuck in no man's land, and they're starting to try and hump him. Somehow, though, he is still surviving, and they're just unable to clear. This has turned into just one man standing, and Sassy, he gives it a nice attempt. But it's not going to work out, and Crazy Raccoon will win the round. I feel like Vikings almost should have had that in the bag when they got past him, but just weren't able to clear him out.
It was good from Ade to not panic in that situation.
Yeah.
I see a lot of Vipers use that time to take a peek to see what they can find, but they just hold that ground. At least allows more of a retake, and that's really the success.
I think Sassy knows it. They need to get a little bit more aggressive here. They need to pick off one of these players, and instead, it's left all onto GTN. A 1 versus 3 scenario, but he swings a little bit too wide. Tagged down to just 65. He's got to try and go up above. He needs to win one of these duels, and he brings it damn close. But it will be Crazy Raccoon with 3 back-to-back.
I think some of these rounds should be a little more straightforward, to say the very least.
Yeah.
Crazy Raccoon to get to win this round, and how they could have lost it, but now it's getting scrumbly yet again from Fisker.
This shouldn't have been close, but it's starting to. He's been tagged with a drone. That will actually remove the Viper's Pit. You wanted that null commanders come through, turning things into this 2v2 scenario, but the spike is ticking. They need to get a move on if they're going to stand a chance in this round, and you can already see the positioning is solid, but already one gets cleared off. They're just sticking this all the way through. He needs to deny it, and somehow Crazy Raccoon still managed to win the round. They need to put this into place. The pop flash, he blinded himself, Munchkin, but it doesn't matter. There's 15 seconds. It's all down to the attackers to try and make a move here. They've managed to clear out Munchkin already, looking to try and swing in onto Bazzi, but I don't think there's going to be any chance for them here. Spike dropped onto the ground, and Sassy, it's an impossible task, or at least it seems, and Ade plays it to perfection. It is going to be the return of Crazy Raccoon as we end ourselves into those afterplant positions, although not really much utility to use in the afterplants. It's just going to come down to the firefights, but luckily for Crazy Raccoon, they're winning all of them. It is GTN and Sassy, probably the 2 players you'd want in this sort of clutch scenario, but I feel like they need a miracle, right?
Sassy now trying to lead the line. GTN with the Sheriff couldn't find the kills, and then suddenly maybe Sassy's found a bit more than he bargained for. Nev, pivotal to that round, going well. The Sage roll was good, but I also really liked
an investment into this one, into rifles as well. Yeah, I don't really blame them. I don't think you want that man getting back up, although I'm certain they'll hear it if that's the case. And Wow. It's now left into a 2 versus 3 scenario. Of course, it is still somewhat of a bonus round for Crazy Raccoon, but I think winning this is starting to look difficult unless some mistakes are made. And well, Ade, he's at least trying to bring something home here, but Sassy will be there to close it out.
Yeah, just good hold from Vikings. FRZ.
Spike not planted. They need to make their way to the side. I think this comes into a save. If not, it's going to be so much they need to try and achieve. But Munchkin coming in on the flank could be the difference maker. The spam through, the spinning to try and get the plant down has failed miserably. And while that clock was just far too low, Vikings, they win the round out. They get rid of the res. And now Crazy Raccoon, well, I wouldn't say it's an eco. It's going to be a sort of a mix buy and probably a Blade Storm. But
starting to follow through in the end. Vikings have done well to just keep Crazy Raccoon at bay here.
Yeah, the rotation's still not through yet from FRZ, but it might not matter. Sassy, he's almost just doing this all on his own. A one-man retake to try and close things out. Bazzi lands the shot, but Sassy is there. He's having a worldie of a game. 3 kills in this round to give them their 10th. We talk about this man on the Sova. It was highlighted on the desk. He's one of those players that, even from a very long time ago...
Tipitos are going to be seen on that one. GTN, that's a nice kill onto Munchkin from distance. There's no supporting utility there, but there wasn't much left from Munchkin at the end of the day either. Sassy now trying to push on through. Neff is holding that line. Just in this meander of different smokes. He's looking to ace it.
This is a big round from Neth. He's managed to find the timing twice to pull off multiple double kills, and it's left all onto Sidicast, and he's just looking for exits. He's trying to kill them all off as they try and exit the site, and the fact is Fisker is dead here. Yep, there should be no way that he manages to escape, and no. So it's a round that's won by Crazy Raccoon. Well, it's in clear out Neth, bringing this round back from the fray, and turning it into a 5 versus 3 now. This duel could be everything. Now the patience of FRZ actually means he's going to get the kill for free. He picks off Munchkin, and although there's afterpart utility coming through, it doesn't look like it's worked at all, unless that was some counter utility that had been thrown out. It hasn't denied them, and Ade realizes there's nothing he can do at this point. He's just hoping the snake bites can do something for him. It's going to be a rotation. I am very surprised that Neth is currently holding the Stinger. Like, this is not the gun that you want to be having, and Ade going down, he now has to pull off maybe the greatest clutch you've ever seen with this weapon. I know Lothar might have a smile if he starts going for a few little burst plays, but I think the chances of that are slim to none. Hits the dink on the first. There are actually some tagged players. There is absolutely no way, and Sassy is going to clear him out before that gets too dangerous. Viking. Seems like Munchkin's now looked to adapt his own style. We've seen a KO in the first map, now moving on to a Sova in the second, so I'm expecting big things from him here, because I think he showed that, at least individually, it didn't matter what agent he was playing.
The only concern is he's only played it once in an official ever. And Sassy, it's the first time he's played Breach, and not a bad start. The 2 kills flashing in there, just to actually get the setup on Sadak. It's a prime gaming flawless. We saw few and far between of those on Icebox. We're starting with one straight away for Vikings.
Style, the timing could work nicely though for Munchkin. He's managed to sneak his way through, but again, the duel is going to go the way of Vikings, leaving them with a man advantage. Sassy low, and no utility online, but he still manages to hit the timing, and now he's got that Rolling Thunder, as you mentioned. He could decide just to use it here and basically end this round in his track. Medusa is screwed here, surely, but he somehow still survives!
No,
as well! It's left into the 1 versus 1, and only a pistol available for FRZ. Ade already going to look to pull him off the spike, and with the rifle in hand, you have to favor him here, just playing that time, lurking back further, and there should be no chance here for FRZ. He's just going to hope to try and stick this one all the way. Actually, lands the shot, at least, and he's going to connect! Does he have time to get the defusal? I think he does as well. There is no way Vikings should have won that round, but some...
Takes any momentum that you can get. Oh, Munchkin already going down, the Recon Dart isn't going to be available, and even then, when it was used, Sassy cleared it up instantly. There's so much utility here that's just going to stonewall Crazy Raccoon as they make their way in onto the site, and this position from Steakcast, it's just hard to even peek him at this point. Just stuns, aftershocks. Clean, another flawless Prime Gaming. It's just those kind of moments where, like, Vikings now, I feel that they've just away. And I like that guiding light, get some information, but Fisker uses that opportunity to line up. That is a really nice grab that comes in from Ade. He's far away from the action. And now he's going to be able to plant the spike now just behind the rest of the team. Neff needs to get this kill here, but Satekas might have a... If he gets down A long, nobody checks him.
Oh no. Oh, the timing could be the worst thing in the world. It's a bit of a whip, but he gets away with it. turned down to just one player. Now he's got at least a bit of utility. The ultimate online to at least try and delay Sadak as much as possible. And while the turret is not really going to help him too much. In fact, it's going to be blasted away to the other side. This now looks like a very unlikely scenario for Sadak to be able to win. Neff looking for that swing out. He is actually going to get tagged up, but with the operator in hand, they're just hoping for a peek, and he is playing this perfectly, delaying as much as possible, and Neff will be able to close the round. Crazy Raccoon, they're on the board, but he's been stunned up and nobody's checked it. And the second this goes down, it could be the end for Munchkin with a last-second turn. A big round from him individually. 3 kills coming up, and FRZ, well, the last clutch was unlikely. Let's see what he can do here.
You never know. You just never really know with these two teams, to be fair. It's not expected. Now FRZ just... Crazy Raccoon just not showing up anything. They know they're just keeping this money in order. It's good. It's not flawless because Medusa was caught out on that lurk from FRZ of all players as well. The wraparound is slowly coming in. Munchkin was the one that opened the site, and now he's the one at the back as well to try and wrap around, but it's not really going to have that impact. Fisker is there.
That sometimes cause some issues again. We're going to see some solid utility though. Sudikas is stuck in the corner, and Fisker, he's just going to wipe them both out. They've set this man up, and he has succeeded. The utility that's come in over the last 2 rounds from Crazy Raccoon has been solid. And now Medusa's just waiting. That knife in the back. Sure, FRZ is going to find a kill, but at this stage, I'm looking at this round again, Ryan, and saying that it's already over.
It seems like it feels that way for Vikings as well. Like they're slowly backing out, meandering. They're not going to try and engage on this. And now the money's going to start to sweat. Like GTN having and buying the op 2 rounds in a...
A real opportunity here. Sassy and Sudikas coming from completely different angles. Still a little bit of utility to try and clear them out. And I feel like Sudikas is going to have everything to do, looking to try and come in from behind. But I like this. Crazy Raccoon getting aggressive, trying to take the control from in front. And they are spotting that there's no one around this angle. They know that there has to be someone within head of them, someone coming in on the flank. And Medusa lands the shot. It's left all onto Sassy. A great recovery in this league, clearing out Sassy. Now they can afford to just back out of the lockdown. They have such a huge advantage. Sadak actually goes in with the Ares and manages to get himself a kill, but the trades are coming in thick and fast. Good spot currently for Crazy Raccoon to be in.
The spike still hasn't gone down at this point, no. Medusa now with the operator in hand is just sort of watching keenly. FRZ is going to push out of this, and the trades are there. It's nice stuff. Crazy Raccoon yet again being down. Like this from GTN, he knows that that's the kind of play the Munchkin's going to make. He closes that distance.
2 of them desperately low. A chance here for the defenders to try and turn the tide into a 3 versus 3 scenario. Spike still not planted, and they are slowly surrounding them. This round is going to be ended on Jules and Jules alone, and it's left just onto Sassy. Still though, he manages to land the headshot onto the first. Both players desperately low, and Sassy brings it back again. They know that he's here. However, this was the plan all along, and by the looks of it, they're not actually watching for it. So Fisker's going to get himself the first one for free.
Now it's a case of Crazy Raccoon using these 2 positions in tandem, really. It's just one player from Fisker all on his own, and I like this wraparound from Sudikas to try and weed him out a little bit. He's still getting kills. He's moving on to the site. There's still players going down from Crazy Raccoon. But Sudikas, that late lurk, that flank, he made his position known and just cleans up bodied like he did on Icebox.
Oh, good luck to Neff. Just trying to find something while hiding within the nebula.
He found something, all right.
Okay, that was pretty nice. I don't think there's much of a chance to win the round, but he's making it incredibly costly nonetheless. Time ticking away, a chance for a weapon, but GTN will deny. 10-6 again. Vikings off to a flying...
And yet again, he's just trying to play close in these right positions. If this isn't cleared, it kind of half-assed it. And Sadak, again, has to be the sort of person that makes this situation better for Vikings, because Crazy Raccoon punished some bad fundamentals there.
Yeah, the dodge of the flash grants them to Sudikas. It's perfect. Hits the timing, bang on. And it's left all onto Munchkin. He gets nothing. Sadak with a huge round, as you mentioned. 11-6 now in favor of the Vikings, and what needed to be gets them that extra control. That was the play there coming through from Crazy Raccoon. They were hoping to lock down on the retake. That's why they gave up C. But just the intelligence of Sudikas. Well, it looks a bit silly when there's no one behind it, but he was hoping to try and knife someone just waiting off the back.
I wonder how often that will happen, if at all, in this tournament. Because we kind of know the trick at this point.
Got everyone.
Yeah, I think there was a grab as well that came in from Sudikas, and Just
a 1v2 to keep them in this first match. Otherwise, the lower bracket is where Crazy Raccoon will have to lie and wait for their opponent to try and meet them. Fisker, he has a chance here. The first kill goes his way, but there's utility to deny him for that extra piece of time. He's watching the right angle, but he's going to look away. Fisker will keep them in the map, as he will have the defusal through and a 7th for Crazy Raccoon.
It was a good read from Fisker. He had a good idea that Sadak was going to lurk around. The Killjoy play. Juicy, he's under a lot of pressure, and that grab play, it's on the same side. GTN, he clears up the backside. These last two players, Hunter's Fury, does tag onto a few players at the end, but there's no kill, there's no real information. 2 versus 5 retake.
Yeah, that execution couldn't have been any better. Catching the players at the back of sight, finding the opener at that, and the remaining 2 now even have to wait out the time of the lockdown. Especially after already using the shock darts. And actually, it's going to be a peek through. FRZ maybe giving them a way back into this round. We've also got the divide to try and split things up, but then comes through the Rolling Thunder. So much to deny them here, and they're letting GTN go for the ace. I said he had a slow start to this one, but they now have the clear. Sudikas to close out this matchup. Vikings continue in that upper bracket.